You feel it sometimes, a pull towards something you can't name, a restlessness that no app, no playlist, no weekend trip seems to fix. You scroll through your phone at 2 a.m., staring at nothing, and somewhere, deep in your chest, there is this hollow feeling, like you're waiting for something that never arrives, like you showed up to the wrong life. That feeling has a name, and it is older than civilization itself. You were built for a world that no longer exists. Picture your body right now. Your lungs, your eyes, your hands. The way your heart speeds up when you hear a loud noise. The way your attention snaps toward movement at the edge of your vision. Every single one of these systems was designed, through millions of years of brutal, relentless pressure, for a completely different set of problems than the ones you face today. You were engineered for a world of fire and stone and open sky. And then, almost overnight in evolutionary terms, everything changed. But you didn't. This is not a metaphor. This is biology. Evolutionary psychologist John Tooby spent decades arguing that the human mind is essentially a collection of adaptations built for the Pleistocene, the geological epoch that ended roughly 11,700 years ago. That era, spanning nearly 2 million years, is where the bulk of human evolution happened. It is where your brain was shaped, your instincts, your deepest hungers and fears. And then agriculture arrived. Then cities. Then writing, industry, electricity, the internet. All of it crammed into a sliver of time so thin that evolution has barely registered it. The mismatch is staggering. Your ancestors, your actual genetic ancestors, the people whose DNA flows through you right now, lived in small bands of roughly 30 to 150 individuals. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar identified this number in the 1990s as the cognitive upper limit of the human social network. Dunbar's number, as it came to be known, reflects the maximum number of people your brain can genuinely track, their relationships, their trustworthiness, their intentions. 150 people. That is the world your brain was built to navigate. You now live in a city of millions. You follow the lives of strangers online. You receive news about suffering happening thousands of miles away. Your nervous system was never designed to process this volume of human information. It was built to care about 150 people, and now it is drowning in 7 billion. No wonder everything feels overwhelming. Think about what a day actually looked like 10,000 years ago. You woke before dawn. You moved. Your body covered miles of terrain every day, not for exercise, not because a fitness tracker told you to, but because movement was survival. Forager societies studied by anthropologist Herman Poncer show that our ancestors walked and ran an average of 9 to 15 kilometers daily, not in shoes designed to cushion every impact, but barefoot on earth. Your body still wants to move like that. It still craves that level of physical demand. When it doesn't get it, something goes wrong. The machine runs rough. You ate differently, not constantly. Your ancestors ate when food was available, fasted when it wasn't, and their bodies, your body, became extraordinarily efficient at extracting every calorie from whatever they found. That efficiency is still running inside you. Every time you sit down to eat in a world of infinite engineered food, you are running ancient hunger software on a modern abundance that it was never meant to encounter. You slept differently. Without artificial light, your ancestors' sleep aligned tightly with the sun. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker has shown that even brief exposure to artificial light at night suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals your body to sleep, by up to 50%. Your brain reads the glow of your screen as a kind of perpetual late afternoon. It is always, on some biological level, confused. It is always waiting for a darkness that no longer fully comes. You worked differently. There is a remarkable tendency, documented across forager societies from the Amazon to the Kalahari, for hunter-gatherers to work roughly 4 to 6 hours per day to meet all of their survival needs. The rest of the time was spent in rest, story, social bonding, play. Anthropologist Marshall Salins called our Paleolithic ancestors the original affluent society, not because they had more things, but because they had more time. You are descended from people who were never meant to sit at a desk for 8 to 10 hours generating documents. Your brain notices the difference. Here is the part that gets strange. The symptoms of this mismatch are everywhere, and yet we have medicalized them, pathologized them, or simply normalized them into invisibility. That constant background anxiety you feel? In the Pleistocene, low-grade vigilance kept you alive. A rustling in the tall grass might be a predator. Your nervous system learned to stay alert, to run worst-case scenarios, to never fully relax. That system is still running, but the predators are gone. Now it just hums against your daily life. The unread emails, the uncertain economy, the vague social tensions, and it cannot tell the difference between a lion and a passive-aggressive reply from your boss. The result, as psychologist Randolph Messey describes in his work on evolutionary psychiatry, is a smoke alarm that never turns off. A threat detection system misfiring in a world where the threats are real but rarely lethal, and yet your body responds as if every single one could kill you. You were not built to feel safe in this world. You were built to survive a much harder one. And safety, paradoxically, was never a state your ancestors knew for long enough to be comfortable in it. Think about the things that give you the most genuine satisfaction. Not the things that are supposed to make you happy, the things that actually do. Chances are they are old things. Building something with your hands, cooking a meal from raw ingredients, a long walk somewhere wild, a fire at night with people you trust, a conversation that goes deep and runs long. Laughter, the feeling of your muscles being genuinely tired, being useful to someone who needed you. These feelings are not accidents. They are the residue of 10,000 years ago. They are the feedback signals your brain was designed to reward. Every time you do something that would have kept an ancient human alive and connected, your brain releases the same signals it always has. The pleasure is ancient. The wiring is intact. It is only the context that has changed. Which raises the question you have probably been circling without knowing it. What if the problem is not you? What if you are not broken, not lazy, not anxious by nature, not deficient in some quality that other people seem to have? What if you are simply a person built for a world of fire and distance and small groups and real physical challenge, trying to function in a world of screens and sprawl and isolation and ease? The mismatch does not mean you cannot thrive here. It means you have to build, deliberately, the conditions your ancient body and brain still need. You have to move through the world as if some part of it is still wild. You have to find your 150 people and hold on to them. You have to put your hands on real things. You have to let darkness fall sometimes. This is not nostalgia for a past you would not actually survive. Life 10,000 years ago was brutal and short and full of suffering that modern medicine has nearly erased. This is something more precise. It is the understanding that your body carries instructions written across millions of years of human experience, and that those instructions do not simply disappear because the world got air conditioning and Wi-Fi. You are ancient. You are carrying every adaptation your ancestors needed to survive. Every winter, every drought, every predator, every rival, every loss. All of it is still in you. And sometimes, in the quiet moments, you feel it. That pull toward something you can't name. That restlessness that no app seems to fix. Now you know what it is. It is 10,000 years of instructions, still running. Still waiting for a world that feels like home.